my YouTube channel. My name's Rachel. We do all things anti-aging here. Anti-aging and skincare, but mostly anti-aging because we're fighting time. So I'm going to do an intensive treatment. Excuse me, I kind of discovered, sort of by accident and out of frustration, I was getting really frustrated with the sagginess that was going on here. I am overweight at the moment. I'm heavier than I normally am. I'm about 2 stone over, and a lot of that had been put up due to this COVID and just eating. So I've started a diet this week, and I'll keep you up to date on that as we go. But it wasn't really about I have, you know, a little fat deposit there, I can feel it. But it was more about here, this area here. I'm looking at it in my mirror, and it's this area here, and it just this is what I'm looking for, you know. See that? Look, see that? That's what's going on. So it was much worse, and I actually remember looking at a photograph of myself last year when I was lighter, you know, when I wasn't as heavy as I am now, and these two were down here, and I was looking at it going, oh my God, Jesus, I did not realise that. Of course I did realise it while I was brushing my teeth one day, and I immediately started doing something. So without further ado, here's the intensive, pain-filled thing I'm doing. So tonight we're going to be using the 1.5, yeah, I said 1.5, well, it's going to be painful, DERMAROLLER. I'm going to be in agony doing this, so I'll do some of it on camera and some of it off camera if you don't mind, because it starts to make me cry and sneeze. So we're going to be using a DERMAROLLER. I'm going to be using different. This is my prescription strength different, so I'm going to be using different. I was kind of a bit scared about putting different on after microneedling, but I'll show you it really worked. Then this was the game changer, because what stopped the irritation of the different, obviously going into microneedle skin, because I wanted to get that different in as deep as I could, was this, something that I got the ingredients from a guy, and I was so impressed with his balm that I decided I have to do my own balm, because this was just so good. It was the CBD balm I've talked about previously. Absolutely loved it. Excuse me, sorry, coughing. This is mine. So this is the green range from Amor de Piel. You can see it's 29% and it's 100% organic. That's it there. It's the green range. So it's a really nice balm. That's what it looks like. So you can see the green tinge. That's why I called it green, because it is a natural product. It's natural hemp. So as you know, it's going to be really strong. This one as well is another one I use. Again, I've taken his product and tweaked it to make it more, I suppose, more absorbable and more skincare orientated. Because you can ingest these oils, you can ingest these perfectly fine. They're 100% organic, 29% again. It's so pure, this stuff. I'll just show you. I was so impressed. I had to do this. I said, please, can you give me some of your raw materials, because I want to go make some of my own. And this is what's happened. It's just fantastic. So big shout out to Dave there. Really brilliant. When it goes in, excuse me, I'm coughing like a lunatic today. I don't have, see how black that is? Well, it's green-black, really. You can see the green tinge to it. If I hold it there, you can see it's coated the inside of the dropper green. So when it's all out, you can see the inside of the dropper is green. And you can actually see, do you see that? That's plant. It's so pure, it's unbelievable. I was so impressed, and it has made such a difference to my skin. At the moment I have nothing on my skin. Absolutely zilch, zero, no makeup, no nice creams, nothing. That's my skin. So that's how light. I wish I could show you closer texture. Now I do have obviously my rosacea, which is slowly going, and I have some hyperpigmentation from overexposure to the sun, which goes around here, and which is absolutely unbelievable there. Yeah, so I have a couple of problems anyway that are still there, but overall That's my skin. I'm going to go close up so you can see my eye. Hello. But you can see what it's done for the corners of my eyes. I smile and I let go. It's brilliant. I've been kind of holding this secret for a while, to be honest. And I know I did mention it in another video, but I can't keep it secret. It's just too good. And I've kind of decided to do something with it. So another thing you may have noticed is that Jeffree Star is releasing a range of CBD products. I did say this in a previous video, and I have posted on my Facebook, on the Irish Beauty Vlog 40 Plus Facebook page. I posted a whole article about the brands that were bringing out a CBD range later on in this year. It looks like they've slightly moved those forward, or else Jeffree Star and myself are way ahead of the game. So for a change, I'm way ahead of the game. I'm normally the one that's running to catch the bus out of breath and too big to run. So how we start is the dreaded microneedle. So I start here, and I just start with the jowls because I really want those jowls gone. They are really driving me mad. As I said, there is a huge difference from the last time. So I'll just continue with this. If you don't mind, I'm going to look at my mirror so it's easier for me to see the direction and make sure I'm not slipping. Okay? I find under here, this is going to look totally unattractive, but I find under here it pains less when I slightly move in a little bit. So I apologise for the crazy faces I'm looking at. I'm so pink. But this is how we get this done, okay? Because it is quite an intense treatment. It's a long needle. It's a 1.5 millimetre. So it is a long needle. It will hurt. I'm sorry, ladies. Get some numbing cream if you can. I think Boots do it over the counter. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I think you can buy it online. Take a painkiller beforehand. Whatever. Just suffer for your beauty. So let's go. This is tough going. I'm not going to lie to you. This isn't easy. This is one of the sensitive parts of your face, you know, and it is difficult. But trust me, it really actually freaking works. I go up here because obviously, as you can see, this lift is generated not by here, as most people think that the lift is generated here. So you need to be going to here. You can see where I've gone up here. So this is where this lift, and here is lifted here. So you can see the anatomy is how the skin is falling is this way. So this is why we do this, okay? I'm going to continue. Enjoy. Okay, so I think I'm sufficiently microneedled. I usually like to see a bit of blood, you know. I think a little bit more here, but I usually do like to see a bit of blood on myself because it means I'm getting there. I'm getting in there. I have done a little bit on the neck as well. So that's the horrible part over. Okay, Oh, thank whatever gods are up there, thank God, because I hate that part. I do hate it. Oh, I wish there was an easier way for this to be working. I then get my different. Now this is the bit where it may sting you. And she says, it's not usually too bad on me, but it's probably fucking going to sting me today because I'm on video. And I take my pea size amount of my different and I go, and I rub the different in, okay? So that's going to get that different really, really deeply into my skin. So it's going to get very deep in there. Yeah, I think I have it covered. It's going to go really, really deep in. I have to actually remember to put my lid back on my different, because otherwise it'll oxidize, because different is like, it's a bit like vitamin C. It's an active ingredient, so you have to be very, very careful. So that's all rubbed in, I think, isn't it? Yeah, I can feel it. Yeah, it's rubbed in. That's okay. It's starting to dry a little bit, I think, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so the different is on, okay? This is not a treatment I would do during the day. I'm okay here while I'm in some daylight. I'm actually in my studio, which is now outside the house, because my son needed my studio as an office because he's now working from home. So I'm like, great. So I'm out in my cabin. So I'm kind of not too much light here. Most of my light is coming from my lights themselves. So that's the first thing. With this, I don't mind if it dries in or it doesn't dry in. The next thing I go to do is the oil. I love this. This is just brilliant. And now I'm going to take up a little bit. Sorry, been off camera there a little bit. I'm going to put a few drops onto my hand like that. And because this is going all over, and I'm going to do that and work that in. Really work that in, because that is such a lovely oil, and instantly, now you will feel grainy, you'll feel like, I'll show you, I don't know, you can see that, see those little bits, those are actually part of the hemp plant, so don't panic when you see them, just leave them on your skin and they do go in. I flake off the big ones, of course, but they do go in, they eventually go right in there. Then the next thing I use is my BALM. I take my BALM, and I'd have to do this off camera, sir, because it is quite a hard BALM to get on the hands, and I warm it up a little bit in my hands, and I started applying that in as well, because that just stops that different from stinging. You're going to get the stinging of the microneedling anyway, because the stinging of the microneedling is stinging. You've been wounded, but you'll actually not get the stinging, the reaction from the different. So I just make sure I put the balm and the oil on it, and that's it. That has been an absolute game changer for me. I want to actually show you my hands as well, because I've been putting it on my hands in the evening, so my hands have, like, I was getting old woman hands, so I'm looking at them in the monitor going, wow. But you can see there, look. Now, obviously, I have a little extreme piece of sun damage here that is going and fading. I'll show you, see, that's fading. That was from a lot of years ago. But all my other spots on the back of my hands have gone. So it's the same for this one. It feels like I'm going to punch you. The spots are gone. There's, as I said, there's just that extreme piece of sun damage there, obviously, where it just was a piece that was really badly sun damaged. I have a lot of similar things here and here as well that are really bad. I actually had a scar from when I had the chicken pox, and I hadn't seen it I'd completely forgotten about it because I hadn't seen it since I got the chicken pox when I was 14. So I hadn't seen it since in my teens, because I've been out in the sun, and the sun damage had covered it over. And I'm now actually looking at it going, I'm starting to see my scar again. I'm going to stand up a little bit and show you. There's my scar. I can see it again, see? The white. Because what happened with it was, like the two dots that are beside it, heavy pieces of sun damage, what happened I found with the different, coupled with the CBD products, it raised it, like as different does, absolutely it raises it, and then it just falls off eventually, and you're going, it just lifts out of your skin, sheds like normal skin, because that's what different does. It accelerates your skin cell turnover. What the CBD does is it stops the nasty side effects you can get from retin-A's and retinols. It's a calming, healing balm, and the oil has been fantastic around my bags. Like they've really done stuff amazing for that. So that's my secret. That's what's been happening here, and it has been lifting. You know, I've still got a ways to go, but it is actually lifting the skin. So, you know, I've got to lose some weight first. Got to stop eating chocolate. I really have to stop eating chocolate. I have to stop eating everything. Jesus, like, you know, people say to you, you know, in Weight Watchers, you know, oh, what's your problem food, you know, or Slimming World. So what would you find is your trigger food or your problem food? And I go, food. Food. Like, the only thing I don't eat is reheated beans. And beans, like I'm talking about baked beans and mushy peas. They're the two things that, we're not going to go there. Anything else I would eat. Oh, Savoy sausages. I lived in England and I didn't even like the look of them. A sausage shouldn't be bright pink and glow. Sorry to all my lovely English friends and viewers watching. I just can't touch them. I had a mouthful one night. My ex, you know, yeah, I was going to say, let me taste this sausage, but I should not be saying things like, please people, keep it clean. I didn't like it, right? That's why he's my ex. But here all week, folks. So that's that process, right? It's a really, really hard process because it is painful. You can see my skin is still very raw and red from it. The microneedling is a bitch on the neck. It really is. Here and here are just very sensitive parts, but it is so worth doing it. I am due to microneedle my forehead in about a week's time as well, because I always give about, with my forehead I give about 4 weeks, because I do see it improves a lot, and then I do it again. With this, I've been doing it every second week. So that's roughly the time frame I've gotten into it, is every second week, allowing for the new skin to generate the collagen and let it, you know, really, the collagen really produce in that area before I go in again and damage it or anything like that. So there you have it. That's the intensive neck lift. I have noticed it working here, and I notice, my mother always said I had a tiny neck. I do, beg your pardon, I'm looking in the mirror to show you. Here I have, it's lifted here because this gel was down to here. It was really low and I was really conscious of it, and I would never sit face like this on camera, because if I was sitting face like this, camera's right in front of me. If I was sitting like that, I looked like that. So I just never did it. So it really does work. It's tightening up skin. It's not going to get rid of fat, ladies. I'm sorry. That's down to us. It's a hard job. Somebody's got to do it. It's usually me, because I'm usually the one that has about 2 stone overweight. But look, we'll get through it. We'll get through the lockdown. The most important thing at the moment is that we're happy, healthy and entertained. So thank you so much for joining the channel, subscribing. My subscriptions are they're just going up, and I'm really delighted you're liking the channel and loving it. Any suggestions and any content you want, down in the bottom there's a box. Tell me, you know, if there's something you want to see. I have a couple of things coming up for you. A big announcement on Saturday, absolutely huge, on Saturday night's video. I also have a video for hair removal, facial hair removal, for us ladies of a more experienced age, is how I put it. So there's a lot of things coming. We will be doing some talks on menopause as well, and the blunt, honest truth of menopause, its effect on your skin, its effect also on your own self-confidence, I beg your pardon, and on your self-consciousness as well. So we'll be going through a lot here, so there's a lot of content, but if there's anything in the meantime you'd like to see content on, please do ask me. Just put it in the bottom below in the box, and while you're down there, like, and then subscribe, like, and then subscribe. And when you subscribe, there's a little bell that comes up behind it. Click that bell and you'll see it all customize or off. Please turn it on to all so that you don't miss a video. Okay? So I'm going to go cry now with pain because it is quite sore. As I said, the combination is here. The microneedling, because normally we'd microneedle use hyaluronic acid or vitamin C. It's microneedling with different, or you can use tretinoin if you really want to be brave and use the tretinoin, and you can get tretinoin without an antibiotic, which we can't in Ireland. But it's different, so it's my microneedle, my Retin-A, and the big game changer is the 2 CBD products, the balm and the oil that I've put together for you, that are just, oh my God, it just takes, the sting is going now from the microneedling. It just really has worked. The combination of those 3 is a killer combination, really fantastic. So, there we go, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive. This too shall pass. Lots of love to you all out there. Big shout out to my big buddy Margaret. I love you. She's my big fan. She's my #1 fan. She's not a big fan. She's a lovely sling my lady, but you know what I mean. I just want to say I'm delighted that the balm is working so well for you. And besos, kisses to every one of you out there. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye. Bye-bye.